that very sincerely. Simple example. I have $100. You have a lawnmower. I give you the $100. You give me the lawnmower. We have now had an exchange, right? In fact, we have had a transaction. This is the most profound insight imaginable. Think about it. Both people feel that they are better off. I valued the lawnmower more than the $100, so I'm better off. You got that? You valued the $100 more than the lawnmower, so you feel you are better off. All right? The principle of exchange says exchange occurs when both parties, this is the key, when both parties get more than they give. That's the profound explanation. If you understand that, it will shape your thinking for the rest of your life. When you come to work for me as an employee, if you want to continue to work for me, what has got to be true? For me to continue to hire you and pay you a salary, what has got to be true?
You benefit more from their work than
That
you're paying.
you're giving me more than that salary was worth to me. You are creating value for my company that is greater than your salary. Otherwise, don't let the door hit you in the ass. Got it? Now, if I want to keep you as an employee, what's got to be true?
Salary gotta be
higher than you think you.
The value of that salary to you has got to be greater than the cost of the effort you are making for me. So if you are a good employee, what sort of things do I need to do? I need to take care of you. I need to offer you maybe a very attractive benefits package with health insurance, reserved parking, concierge service at your work desk. I don't know, okay? If you want to keep the job, what do you got to do?
Keep working, show up early, work overtime.
Show up early, work overtime. Does that sound like anything else we've talked about? Discretionary effort. You've got to exercise the discretionary effort over and above what I've asked for that says you're doing even more. You're creating even more value for me. And value for me may be dollars because of what you do, or it may be that your contribution to the morale of the company that keeps productivity high. I don't know. What happens when you get into a romantic relationship? How do you keep it going?
You make the other person feel like they.
If you are not making that other person feel like he or she is getting more than it is costing, that relationship will go to hell. Absolutely. Think about that. Why do you think we have such a high divorce rate in the United States? Because people don't understand the simple principle of exchange. Okay? That's why when you drive by the florist shop at 5:30 in the afternoon and you see some guy walk into his car with a big vase of flowers, you should look at him and think, that's one smart son of a bitch. He understands how it works. Okay? What are the 5 languages of love? The 5 love languages. Some of you are familiar with the book. How do you express love to someone else, and how do you want it expressed to you? Listen to my economics terminology. What is the currency that you express love in? And this author says there's 5 types. 1, dedicated time spent with the other person. 2, gifts. 3, give me another one.
Physical.
Words of affirmation. I love you. What else? Huh? Come on, you told me you read the book. Would you read it, forget it?
Physical attraction.
Touch.
Touch, yeah.
One last one. Help me out here, I'm drawing a blank too.
Attention.
Acts of service. You wash the damn dishes.
Amen.
I think we found your currency. Because, in fact, we all use different, we use different currencies. Some people, this is really important, and we have time together. For some people, I just like to hear you tell me you love me once in a while. You know, pretty regular. You know, it kind of reassures me. When my wife and I get out of the car at Publix to go inside, you know what happens? We hold hands. Because we believe in this. Okay? Now, here's the problem. If you think, for me to show you I love you, I need to spend a lot of time with you, but that's not part of my currency, I'd rather go fishing. Do you ever pick up on the vibe that I love you? Probably not, because I'm always away fishing. You see what I'm saying? If you don't understand the currencies, understand what your currency is, and understand what your partner's currency is, you are dooming a relationship to, it's like two people in the dark with a blindfold on, each one of them trying to guess what the other one looks like. This is why the beginning of a relationship has got to talk about values. What things are important to you, like you're going to do on that choices paper. Getting to know someone and recognizing early if you have values that aren't, they're not complementary. If I can understand that you value spending time with you, then if I love you, I will use that currency. I will develop the time to spend with you. Okay? If you find out that I value acts of service, then maybe you'll find small things you can do once in a while. For me, I get up every morning. My wife works at home. I get up every morning, I make coffee, and I fix her breakfast. And I serve her, and then I get myself ready to go to school. Okay? And I got to tell you, there are some mornings when I damn sure don't feel like it. But I keep remembering this. And we've had the conversation. Those are our three. For both of us. We both look at gifts as kind of a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Okay? And time? No, she tells me to go fishing any damn time I want to because she enjoys having a house to herself. She works at home. Fine. If you don't know that in the beginning, how can you foster a relationship? And if you do know that, then damn it, spell it right. Go back and remember the principle of exchange. You now have the key to build a satisfying relationship with someone for the rest of your life. You learned it in macroeconomics. And if you screw it up, it's your fault. Okay. The 5 love languages is the book. Life is a series of transactions. You and I are having a transaction right now. Are you getting more out of it than you're giving? Am I getting more out of it than I'm giving? If so, then this transaction will continue and we'll both enjoy it. We'll both be, at least in some way, better off for it. Okay? So what gives me value in this transaction? What do you think?
Your salary.
It's okay, but it's what we call a satisfier as opposed to a motivator. If it was too low, I'd bitch all the time, but as long as it's high enough, it doesn't make me work any harder, but it keeps me from bitching. That's right out of management theory, seriously. Hertzberg's theory. What is it in this transaction, you and me in this room right now, that has given me value? What do you think?
You like us
Meeting new people.
Meeting new people? I think people are pain in the butt, right? No, in fact, I enjoy meeting new people.
You like us learning and like having stuff to know so we can move on for the future.
I like imagining, at least, that some small part of what I do once in a great while will make a positive difference in your life. And this comes from my choices paper. I write, and my wife writes a choices paper or revises it every year. And the first part of the choices paper is to express your values. What are the most important things in the world to you? And my number one value has been for at least 20 years, love. I care about people, my family first, close friends and on out, and I care about my students. I love to see students kind of awaken or get, a sense of direction and do well. And so I'm looking to you to see if you are responding that way in any way. I will gauge that by your responsiveness. You know, have you studied the study questions? Are you responding to my questions? I'm reading your facial expressions all the time. I'm looking, I'm trying to find it, I'm trying to get you to give it to me. And so part of what I'm doing is selling myself. But what are you looking for? What gives you value that would make you want to continue this transaction? If you feel like you're picking up something in class that's of some kind of use, okay?
An example of our exchange, not only do you get your salary, but you get the satisfaction that you gain out of individuals. And us, not only do we get the lecture necessary to learn this course, but at the same time, additional lessons like what you just gave us.
That's what I hope for. Yeah. I'm not so ambitious as to think that I'm going to educate you and make you wise and you will change the world. I'm hoping I can teach you just enough not to screw things up the way I did. You know, that's pretty much where we're going.